Krishna Chaitanya Nanda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Good morning everyone. So we continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. We're going to read text 44 today. Does anyone remember the main point from yesterday? Not really.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the original spiritual master of the whole universe. So Krishna is our best friend. So we should serve the pure devotees of the Lord. For the more one becomes the servant of the Lord, uh, with we can, without difficulty, the pure devotee uh, can engage us in devotional service and get the mercy of the Lord. So we should not try to be directly the servant of the Supreme Lord, but rather go through the pure devotee, because the pure devotee is merciful, compassionate, and the pure devotee will instruct us the right way to get the mercy of the Lord.
Thank you.
And Durga Devi is the material energy person.
Personified material energy. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go on to. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare
Actually,
Krishna.
yesterday we were talking about Baitarni Nadi. Also, like in between material and Vaikuntha Dham, there is one Baitarni Nadi, and based on our karma, like if you are pure or if you are pure devotees, then you will easily pass out that river, and you can cross to the, like you can reach to the Vaikuntha Dham without any like obstacles. And but if your karma is not like that, then you have to take rebirth and come to the earth in either species, not only in human. Maybe you can be insect, you can be a snake, whatever, you based on your karma also. And
so the point there is to surrender to Krishna.
Fully surrender to Krishna. Yeah. And for that you must have one association, devotee association. You must have one association of devotee or guru, you can say, like guru. Because if Krishna pleased very easily if you go through some guru, like he accepted.
Yes. So to cross this Vaitarni river, we need to surrender to Krishna, and then surrender to Krishna very easily can cross. And to surrender to Krishna, need the mercy of the pure devotee. Okay, thank you. So then we'll continue with today's. Prayena deva munaya svavimukti kama.
Prayena deva munaya svavimukti kama.
Maunam charanti vijanena parartha nishtha.
Maunam charanti vijnena parartha nishtha.
Naitan vihaya kripanan vimamoksha eko.
Naitan vihaya kripanan
vimoksha eko.
Nanyam tvadasya sharanam brahmato nyupashye.
Nanyam tvadasya sharanam brahmato nyupashye.
We didn't do this yesterday, right? Yeah. Okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, Maun Vrat. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter at your lotus feet. So, which kind of devotees, what they are called in Sanskrit or Hindi, like, the term we just read a few days ago, that they go away from the city, they go to some holy place, and they focus on their own bhajan. Who are they
Bhajananandi.
called?
Bhajanandis.
Bhajanandi.
Bhajanan.
Yeah, yeah. And then there are the others who want to be the preachers, who are compassionate to others. They want everyone to get liberated. Who are they called?
Goshyanandi.
Goshyanandis.
Goshtyanandi.
Goshyanandi.
Yeah. And what is Prahlāda Maharaj saying? How can one actually be happy?
By helping others, by delivering and serving at the lotus feet of Krishna, surrendering at the lotus feet of Krishna,
By Krishna
and taking Krishna
consciousness.
consciousness.
Try to elevate all others into Krishna consciousness. Right?
Yeah, Krishna conscious. Only when one becomes Krishna conscious can actually one become happy. We are thinking we can be happy when our material situation changes, or when we have some kind of sense enjoyment in this way or that way. But actually, we can only be happy when we can be Krishna conscious. That's why Prahlāda Maharaj, he's telling Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva to liberate everyone. He says, because I know otherwise everyone will continue to suffer. When one takes the shelter of Krishna, then one can be happy, truly happy. This is the decision of the Vaishnava, the pure devotee of the Lord. For himself, he has no problems, even if he has to stay in this material world, because his only business is to remain in Krishna consciousness. The Krishna conscious person can go even to hell and still be happy. Because for a Krishna conscious person, wherever he's seeing Krishna. For him, there is no difference between material and spiritual. Everything is spiritual for him. Because material is also coming from Krishna. It's not different. It's not, it's one of Krishna's energies. So when the pure devotee, whenever he's looking at anything, he's seeing Krishna, he's experiencing Krishna, he's remembering Krishna, he understands this is Krishna's energy. So he can go anywhere. Therefore, Prahlāda Maharaj said, Nevod Vijay Paraduratyaya Vaitaranya, O best of the great personalities, I am not at all afraid of material existence. The pure devotee is never unhappy in any condition of life because he's always remembering Krishna. He's always with Krishna. So he's always happy. He's always hearing and chanting about Krishna. So he's always with Krishna. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 6:17-28. Narayana parasarve nakutaschana bibhyate Svarga Pavarga Narakesha Api Tulyartha Darshina. Devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. So the pure devotee, whether they are in heavens or whether they are liberated or whether they are in the hell, what are they doing?
Engaging in devotional service, all it,
Yeah,
remembering Krishna.
yeah. They're always engaged in devotional service. So one may think that, okay, after liberation, I don't need to engage in devotional service. No, but the pure devotee, they are telling us that, in fact, pure devotional service begins after liberation. That is the Sanatan Dharma of the soul. That's the eternal activity of the soul to engage in devotional service. For a devotee, being situated in the heavenly planets and being in the hellish planets are equal. For a devotee lives neither in heaven nor in hell, but with Krishna in the spiritual world. The secret of success for the devotee is not understood by the karmis and jnanis. So the devotee is always with Krishna, and Krishna is always with the devotee. Krishna says, wherever once anyone is hearing and chanting my glory sincerely with love, I am there. So pure devotee is always hearing and chanting about Krishna, is always with Krishna. It's always in Vrindavan, even though he may be in the material world, according to our standards. Karmis therefore try to be happy by material adjustment, and jnanis want to be happy by becoming one with the Supreme. So one may say, okay, well, I'm not happy now, but I will be happy if this thing changes, or if I get this, or if I can go there, if somehow the other my situation changes, then I will be happy. Or then there are others who are thinking that, oh, I will be happy when I become God, when I become one with God, when I merge into the Supreme. The devotee has no such interest. He is not interested in so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest. Rather, his interest is in the busiest part of the world where he teaches people Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness movement was started for this purpose. We do not teach one to meditate in a secluded place just so that one may show that he has become very much advanced and may be proud of his so-called transcendental meditation, although he engages in all sorts of foolish materialistic activity. So there are some who actually are not even engaging in devotional service. One may artificially renounce the world. Artificially, one may go to a secluded place and make a show of engaging in devotional service. But in the heart, still a lot of material desires are there, and one may act on those desires. So that's why Lord Chaitanya says, be where you are, just chant Hare Krishna and speak to others about Krishna. In that way we can progress. A Vaishnav like Prahlāda Maharaj is not interested in such a bluff of spiritual advancement. Rather, he is interested in enlightening people in Krishna consciousness, because that is the only way for them to become happy. Prahlāda Maharaj says clearly, Nānyam tvad asya sharanam brahmato nupashye. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. So here Prahlāda Maharaj is very confidently saying this. Nanyam tvad asya sharanam brahmato nupashye. He's not saying maybe, oh, I think, how I think maybe people will be happy if they take shelter of your lotus feet, or let's try, let's give it a shot. No, he's very confident. He knows what he's speaking. He's saying that I know for a fact, 100% sure, that someone wants to be happy has to take shelter of your lotus feet. Someone does not take shelter of your lotus feet is unhappy, is suffering. He's very clear about this fact. So we also need to be clear about this fact, accept it with full faith that if we really want happiness, we need to surrender to Krishna. One wanders within the universe life after life, but by the grace of a devotee, a servant of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, one can get the clue to Krishna consciousness and then not only become happy in this world, but also return home back to Godhead. That is the real target in life. So this Krishna consciousness movement is inaugurated by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Krishna himself. Was started by him 500 years ago. And he is saying, on my order, you give this Krishna consciousness to everyone. It's Lord Chaitanya's order that give Krishna to everyone, speak about Krishna to everyone, chant his holy name, follow his instructions as in Bhagavad Gita. So the members of the Krishna consciousness movement are not at all interested in so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest, where one will only make a show of meditation. nor are they interested in opening many schools for yoga and meditation in the cities. Rather, every member of the Krishna consciousness movement is interested in going door to door to try to convince people about the teachings of Bhagavad Gita as it is, the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. That is the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement. So following in the footsteps of the Acharyas, Lord Nityananda, Haridas Thakur, they are going door to door begging the people, Bolo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. Chant Krishna's names, follow Krishna's instructions, worship Krishna. So that should be our mood also to speak about Krishna to others, give Krishna to others. The members of the Hare Krishna movement, the Krishna consciousness movement, must be fully convinced that without Krishna, one cannot be happy. So fully convinced. So how can we be convinced? Here, Prahlāda Maharaj is saying, you want really to be happy, take shelter of Krishna. We can see a personality like Prahlāda Maharaj, his teachings are so profound, his prayers we can hear, so profound, so much knowledge, So he's speaking the truth. He's really speaking the truth. Thus, the Krishna conscious person avoids all kinds of pseudo spiritualists, transcendentalists, meditators, monists, philosophers, and philanthropists. So, Prahlāda Maharaj is saying, we really want to be happy, we should take shelter of Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying also, Sarva Dharma Parityagya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Just surrender to me. Krishna also wants us to be happy. So, they're showing us the way to happiness. Be happy here in this life, in this world. At the end of this life, go back home, back to Godhead, to be eternally happy in the spiritual world. Have an eternal life of bliss. Any comments, questions?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, there are people who say also, like, this is not the time for us, we can do later. Like, this is not the age. But see, when as a child, like, you're so busy in playing and all those stuff, like, you're doing things like you feel that, you play with toys, you're meeting friends, you're playing with friends. So that's a time like the kids are not into, right? Uh, they're not spiritual at that time. And then when you get reach an old age, you are like, you're sick and you don't have the strength to chant and to engage so much in devotional service. So the best time now is the time when you're young. Just do it. Just every day you should hear and chant, right?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Yeah, now is the time. That's right. Thank you. Prahlāda Maharaj was saying that, right? Like he was dissecting, how many of years of our life just goes in play, then being a student, then we become old and invalid, as you are rightly saying, So how much time is actually there? And some people may, of course, say, I'll do it when I'm old, because then one may use it as an excuse because one actually does not want to do it, you know? Because each of us is on different levels, right? Each of us is in our own personal journey. So one may not be as yet very willing to take it up very seriously, but as long as we tell them about Krishna, then later on, some way or the other, in this life or next life, they will surely take up Krishna consciousness. Yeah. But
And Prahlad,
yeah,
I
as
just
you
had,
rightly said, we should take it up now. As you're very right in trying to understand, you're understanding the urgency to take up Krishna consciousness. Thank you. I'm sorry, Deepika, you were saying something?
yeah, also highlighting the same thing, right? No other way, no other way, no other way to be eternally
No
happy.
other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no other way except surrender to Krishna. Chant the holy name. Yeah.
Because when you're old, the body doesn't permit you, to do much. That's what I've seen. I mean, from my own this thing, I can see I have my mother-in-law. It's different. It's difficult. The body doesn't let you, allow you to sit and do so much of chanting or whatever.
So true.
Mm.
It's so true.
And one thing more, Shilpaji, Hare Krishna, though Prahlāda
Krishna.
Maharaj was not in Kali Yuga, right? Because the Sankirtan movement is for Kali Yuga. Though he was in the different yuga, but still the emphasis was there to surrender. Because he could have done, according to that Yuga Dharma, he could have done deity worship. I think he was in Satyug.
Yeah, Satyug, na? Right.
So could have done meditation, but no, because in that yuga, mostly people got Krishna with meditation. But he is emphasizing on chanting, remembering, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Is it, or is it not like that?
Yes, thank you. Because actually chanting of the holy names are there in all the ages.
Okay, it was
You
there
know,
in all the
all the
okay.
ages. We see Dhruv Maharaj was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. But it's just people of that age, they are so qualified that they say, oh, this is too easy. I want to do something more difficult. Why should it's so easy to chant? I want to do meditation. Oh, it's so easy to chant. I want to do big yagyas. But chanting of the
Okay.
holy names have always been there. Always. Now in this age, we are not able to do anything else. So we are said, you chant. That also we find excuses not to chant.
We are not able to chant also.
We are given to
Yes.
say only chant, but we have 1,000 excuses why not to chant or why I can't chant.
And we don't have the time and things like that. We just come
Exactly.
up.
Yes. Don't
Yeah.
have the time, or we don't have the health, as you were just saying, how your mother-in-law is. Now she's old, she's not able to, So even the health is not so good in this age.
Yeah. So she keeps telling me, she's saying, yeah, you're doing right, you're doing right. Like,
Oh, that's
you've got
good.
that
She's
thing. Yeah.
understanding that, huh?
She's
Very
understanding.
good.
That's what I can see that. She's saying that it's nice that there's a right time you're like, into it, this chanting. I tell her, you do it also. You can. She says, Hari Om kar diya ya. Karape. But but yeah.
You can switch
And
on the japa for her, actually.
I switch on, but then
You
after
can
some time
switch.
she tells me, no, now turn off. I want to, like, I want to
Take a
sleep. I'll
break.
try.
Yes, yeah, of course. Of course. And you can
So,
also speak what we are reading every day in Bhagavatam, little bit. You can tell her, oh, I read this today.
yeah, hearing
Like
has
that it
become
will.
pretty better now, like the hearing,
Okay.
but I can try, yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
like
see.
that, even it will be like a revision for you, Oh, let me see what
Yes,
I read today and let me try to
yeah,
understand it so I can explain it nicely.
right.
So,
Mm,
yeah, it will be helpful for her and also helpful for you, both ways.
yes, yeah.
How
That's
old
what
is
Bhavna
she,
says,
Snehaji?
na? She's 94,
Wow.
Oh, mommy is 94, huh?
Wow.
94. Yeah, in few
Oh,
months
touch
she'll
wood,
be
huh?
like,
But
That's
she's,
good. That's good.
yeah, yeah.
she looks good for her age, huh? She looks
Mm,
good. Yeah. May Krishna always bless her.
Bless her.
Okay. So we'll go on
So,
to the next
I
one.
wanted to share,
Yes.
even my mom's is the same situation. She can't hear. She can't hear.
Ah.
It feels so much painful when I want to talk to her and she can't understand what I'm talking about. And like you said, share the story with her. And it's so difficult to share with her now what I've heard in today's Bhagavatam class or whatever. And then even if she hears one word, even if I just said Ajamil, she will tell me the whole story.
yeah,
She'll start on and on. And
same thing. One
yeah.
word, and then she will affect just keep
Yeah,
talking, and
yeah,
then we don't get a
yeah.
chance to tell
Yeah,
her.
and you know, she will see the
Same,
story.
same.
She'll tell me things that I have not read in the book.
Outbreak.
Oh
Yes.
my God. And then it's like, wow.
Yes, yes. The
And you know,
same thing
yes,
even I
the
experience.
only
Yes.
thing she really smiles at is all the time is Hari Om, Hari Om. Like even
Hari
Sneha's
Om, right?
mom. Yeah, even
Yeah,
Sneha's mom. She'll smile at that. She'll dance at that. They
yeah.
are so happy to do it, you know. Yeah.
Yesterday, Deepika
Mm.
had come, no? So she had
Yes.
seen, like,
Yeah,
how
because
she's
even
already
my
kind of,
mom,
yeah,
you know, yeah,
yeah,
even my, so that's why I tell, even whenever I see your mummy, even I tell
yeah.
her also, Hari Om, Hari Om, because
Hari Om.
my mom loves singing this. She sings it like this, Hari Om, Hari Om. So I
Hari Om.
say the same whenever I see to your mom also.
Yes, yes.
So I know because my mom enjoys it. She really dances at it. She's paralyzed, but she'll lift her one hand and she'll start dancing, you know, on this one, Hari Om, Hari Om. So, so they enjoy this, you know, they just enjoy this.
Okay, nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Encourage them to say Hare Krishna if possible.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they can
Yes,
speak.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
yes,
they can
yes,
speak.
yes,
She
Yeah.
does, yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Yanme
Noise?
Tunadi. We'll go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was some
Yeah.
noise coming in between.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
is
now
it
it's okay.
still there? Okay.
Now it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yanme Tunadi Grahamedi Sukham Hitucham.
Yanme
Tunadi
tunadi
grahamedi sukham hitucham.
Kandu Yanina Karayor Ivadu Kadukham.
Kandu
Karayor iva dukha dukham.
Trapyanti Neha Kripana Bahudo Kabhaja.
Neha kripanam bahudukha bhaja.
Kandu Tivan Manasijam Vishahe Tadhira.
Kandu divan manasijam vishahe tadira.
Sex life is compared to the rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Grahamedis, so-called grihastas, who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it is a source of distress. The kripanas, the fools, who are just the opposite of brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sensuous enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober and who tolerate this itching, are not subjected to the sufferings of fools and rascals. Materialistic thing, Materialists think that sexual indulgence is the greatest happiness in this material world, and therefore they make elaborate plans to satisfy their senses, especially the genitals. This is generally found everywhere and specifically found in the Western world, where there are regular arrangements to satisfy sex life in different ways. Actually, however, this has not made anyone happy. Even the hippies who have given up all the materialistic comforts of their fathers and grandfathers cannot give up the sensational happiness of sex life. Such persons are described here as kripanas, misers. The human form of life is a great asset, for in this life one can fulfill the goal of existence. Unfortunately, however, because of a lack of education and culture, people are victimized by the false happiness of sex life. Prahlāda Maharaj therefore advises one not to be misled by this civilization of sense gratification, and especially not by sex life. Rather, one should be sober, avoid sense gratification, and be Krishna conscious. The lusty person, who is compared to a foolish miser, never gets happiness by sense gratification. The influence of material nature is very difficult to surpass, but as stated by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. If one voluntarily submits to the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be saved very easily. So Prahlāda Maharaj is saying that from all the sense gratification, sex life is the most, which is the most binding. And one may think it's giving me happiness, but actually it's a source of distress. So then going on, Krishna, of course, is saying, as we just said earlier also, that how we can get over this ocean of material existence. Surrender to Krishna. By surrender to Krishna, we will be able to get over the influence of the modes of nature. In reference to the low-grade happiness of sex life, Yamunacharya says in this connection, Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padarvinde navanava rasa dhama nudyata rantum asit tavadi bata nari sangame smaryamane bhavati mukha vikara shushtu nishtivanam cha. Since I have been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him, whenever I think of sex pleasure, I spit at the thought and my lips curl with distaste. Yamunacharya had formerly been a great king who enjoyed sexual happiness in various ways. But since he later engaged himself in the service of the Lord, he enjoyed spiritual bliss and hated to think of sex life. If sexual thoughts came to him, he would spit with disgust. So Prabhupada here is quoting Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya, before he became a sadhu, he was a king. So king, of course, they have, more in passion, right? So more sex indulgence. So Yamunacharya, he had so much of sex indulgence, and now he's saying, oh, whenever I even remember it, my lips taste in distaste, curl in disgust, because he's feeling so much happiness in devotional service. So this is one more evidence that actually devotional service is what actually can give one complete satisfaction, complete bliss, and not sense enjoyment. Okay. Any comments?
We had read before, no, about the two classes of men, Kripana and Brahmana, right? Brahmana
Yeah.
is one who knows the Brahman, the absolute truth. And, right? So he knows his real identity. And the Kripana is one who's material, like he's all the time like bodily concept of life, like who has a
Yeah.
material body.
So why is he called a Kripana, miser? Why is he called a miser?
Because he only thinks, right, of the body.
Yeah. So
Yes.
because
Yeah.
like a miser, who is a miser?
Miser is the one who doesn't engage in devotional service.
Yeah.
To the
So
Lord.
miser is one, he has money, but he's not spending the money. He's just saving
Okay.
it and
Yeah, yeah.
saving it and saving it, not
Okay.
spending the money that he has.
Yes, very true.
So
Okay.
the human being is called a kripana when he has a human body. So a
He's not
human body is
using.
designed for devotional service, but in spite of having human body not engage in devotional service, then one is called kripana.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Yes.
yeah. So somebody who's not using the resources they have, so we have a human body which is suitable for devotional service. If we don't use it for devotional service, then we will be called kripana, like that.
Right. And that's the same thing, like how the Gramedi and Grasta, right? That also we had read
Yes.
before. So
Yeah.
Gramedi is the one who doesn't, right? He's not
Listen.
spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is only
Only
Gramedi
thing.
is only one who thinks only material family life is
Material.
only for material,
Right.
and Grihast is one Yes, he has family life, yes, but he's also engaged in devotional service. He's serving the Lord. You know,
Gets the
he's
children
advancing
also.
himself spiritually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even like make the children also spiritual, right? Like engage the
Yeah.
kids.
Engage the children in Krishna consciousness. So
Right.
the family, entire family is fortunate then. A very fortunate situation for the entire family to engage in devotional service. So this one is a little long. Let's stop here for today then. We won't start this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe any other realizations, any more realizations? Anyone wanted to share anything else?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I just want to know, like Prahlāda Maharaj, he was pure devotee and he prayed Lord Vishnu, but somehow because of the curse upon the Hiranyakashipu, Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva appeared as the form of animal and human body. But here the question is like, if some yoga, like any yoga, if somebody is pure devotee, so he can liberate every person in that kingdom, like that, or like
If he is so
everyone in that.
powerful, yeah,
Yeah,
depends on how pure he is,
he is, yeah, so he
depending
can
on
liberate
his purity. Yeah.
okay, okay. So in every yuga, even in Kali Yuga also, there have to be like some incarnation of God, and maybe we all can be liberated from the power
So
of
Lord
that.
Chaitanya came. So Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya to give us the chanting of the holy name.
But this is the initial stage of Kali Yuga, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have more middle and the final also. So maybe somebody else will take incarnation in
So
maybe
the next incarnation that is going to
yeah,
come, who's going to come, is at the end of Kali Yuga,
or
after
end of
420 some thousand years. And then that Lord Kalki is not going to come to give holy name to anyone, or he's just going to come to kill. Whoever's going to be left, demoniac people, he's going to kill. There will be very few devotees left. And then those few devotees will start, some of those few devotees who will be left will start the next Satyug then. But Lord Kalki is not going to come to give instructions and all that. He's going to come just to kill everyone. Because there'll be so much demoniac nature that nobody will be there fit enough to hear any instructions. So Lord Chaitanya already came. He came
yeah.
to
So
give us this holy name.
okay, so we have to just do Sankirtan and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the only way for now,
This
right?
is the only way. That's right. This is the only way for now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Now and forever.
Now and forever. Yes.
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 No, like
So
in other
true.
yuga, we read so many stories and we heard like
Yeah.
he did meditation for this year, how many years and like that, something like then Lord appeared in the form of, but in Kali Yuga there is no way, like nobody is going to take care about these whole things, like, so we must have to chant and
Well, we have to
do,
understand that the Lord is
yeah,
here as we have to understand the Lord is here. The holy name is the Lord. The
yeah,
deity is the Lord. The Lord is here in his
yes,
form of the holy name. That is what we have to understand. When we are chanting, this is the Lord himself, is Krishna himself.
Yes, yes. Like we have to like realize this every time. Like Lord is with you, Lord is with you, Lord is with you, we with you, and you must have to associate with his name and the chanting or sankirtan, whatever service you want, you can do.
Yes.
Just relate to Krishna.
Yes.
Mm.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you so much